Hi, hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about one of the most powerful tools that we have in an arsenal in the incident response investigation. Of course, I'm talking about Velociraptor. And Velociraptor can do anything that you want inside of a cyber investigation in what called the category hunt. And of course, I will show you how to install Velociraptor and how to use Velociraptor in cyber investigation and how to create agent for Velociraptor that will connect to other clients inside of your network. And believe me when I tell you, you can connect Velociraptor to to other tools and create something more powerful. But first, let's go and see how we get Velociraptor. So we are inside the Velociraptor webpage. Let me just move myself and make myself smaller. Okay, that's it. And let's see what we have in here. So, okay, inside the Velociraptor webpage, we can see the collection, the monitoring that the Velociraptor can do, and of course, the audits. That is the most important category. But let's stop talking about that and let's go to the most important part. Inside here, we can see documentation, deployment, and quick start. This is the web page that you want to go to when you are installing Velociraptor. Okay, inside the web page, you will see all the commands that I'm going to run in a few moments. Okay, and how exactly you install Velociraptor, what you need to change inside the web page, and how you deploy clients inside the GUI. So let's do it. Okay, now we're going to start the installation. As I explained to you before, I'm just copying and pasting everything that was in the web page that I showed you before. Okay. And if there's going to be any explanation, so just making uh, the Velociraptor there. So as you can see, we said the Velociraptor there. And now we're going to just get the Velociraptor binary, and we jumped it. And then we're gonna generate the config file. So let's do it. Okay, so here is ask us to which kind of CA do we want? We want self-signed SSL, on which operating system do we deploy the server on? Of course, it's Linux. And what is the path for the directory that we want to put it in? OPT, Velociraptor, and the log is going to the log directory, and the SSL for 2 years. And this is if we want to restrict the VQL functionality, of course, we don't want to do that. We use registry for client write back. I don't need that. Okay, now we need the IP of the machine. Just let me check it. Back. Okay. Pin in the egg. This is good for the most cases. Experimental, do you not want to mess with experimental? This is the default ports that we use for the write back to listen on and for the GUI. Okay, now we need user and password. And As you can see here, adding admin user one. Okay, we don't need another one, so we just click enter and it's create our config file. Now, what we need to do is to, as you can see, create the config file. Now we need to just edit it. Okay, so as you can see, it's got my IP there in the URLs. Now, with all the bind addresses, and like bind shell, it's where we come from. So we just need to do it 000, then all IPs. Okay, and if you want to restrict it for some IPs, you can do it and just give the IP addresses with the comma between. Okay, this is good. This is the SSL key that is self-created. This is our host name and the bind address. We need to change it. 000. 10. And there is another one, but this we don't need to change. Okay. So yes, and now we set it up. Now we'll just create the installation package. Okay. And we are installing the server. Okay. Now let's check if the server is up and running. Is on. Very straightforward, very easy to do. Now let's go to the GUI. Because you're self-signed, it will give you a warning. I accept the risk. Save. And there it is, Velociraptor. Okay, now let's create a package and install it on somewhere. Okay, so in a moment we will do it. As you can see, and now we will create a client. There's two ways to create a client. There is one with the command line. You can do it, but we need to do it in the server. But this is how we usually gonna do it inside the client, inside the client environment or your yeah. So you go to here. This is server artifacts. Okay, you create a new artifact. Just type in MSI. It will learn server util create MSI. Go to Raptor Windows MSI. Select the definition. Yes, this one. Okay. Make sure it's selected. We want to download our client. So string server upstream and we can download it. Okay. Yes. We're going to say that the download isn't safe. We want to keep it. No. keep anyway. Okay, I downloaded it. Okay, let's go to here. Download RMSI. Okay, here it is. So again, make sure this is checked. Yes. Okay, now everything in here is checked. Configure parameter. Resources, if you want to go to resources, review your settings. Let's make sure everything is checked and launch. Then, as you can see, here it is, our config file. It will appear also in here. Okay. And we download it. No, this is our config YAML, sorry. And let's go back to the MSI and download it. Again, keep anyway, because it also can be used by hackers. So we need to be careful with that and open it. It will self-install inside our client. Of course, if we go to services, we can see that the Velociraptor service is up and running. And if we search for it, there is our client, our one client that we have. And of course, you can do it to a lot of servers. And we can go to the client and we can see his IP address, and we can also do hunts. So let's go to hunts, and here we're gonna tag it. Let's call it, inside the tagging, we call it submit, and we can do it all clients. Some of the clients you can include condition, you can exclude computers, you can make multiple orgs inside the system, or multiple organization. Like if you are inside, maybe you can move it to branches or something like that. You can start hunt immediately. And in here, there is all the hunts that you can do. Of course, inside the website, you can go and download a lot of things that this program can do. And delivery, it can do a lot. This is some of the things that you can do. Of course, if you want just to like a virus scan or do some of very quick. So the Yahoo it's a great way to go to search for some kind of known malicious, and I will do a very more in brief, more intensive brief about what's Hunt are and how do we use Hunt. But for now, this is the installation, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed this video, of course, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.